Hello everyone, my name is Abul Hassan Momin. I am pursuing BTech from Alia University, Kolkata, and currently second year in the Department of Civil Engineering. Today I will discuss about lime. The lime is an ancient cementing material which has been and continues to be a good building material in construction work. The lime is not available in nature in free state. It is produced by burning limestones. Lime is used Lime used for masonry construction, load-bearing walls, fort walls, monument walls, retaining walls. For structural uses, domes of several forms, half dome, birds, compass, and arches. For water resource, boils. For plastering, plain plastering, decorative plastering, inside plastered works, gel works, intricate patterns, geometrical profiles. Lime is obtained by burning limestone at a temperature of about 800 degrees Celsius. CaCO3 plus 42.52 kCl heating CaO plus CO2. The quick lime so obtained is very unstable, and if left exposed it reacts with carbon dioxide from atmosphere and reverts back to calcium carbonate. This necessitates stabilization of quick lime at the earliest. This is achieved by sprinkling water over quick lime, known as slacking. Slacking of lime converts the quick lime to calcium hydroxide, known as hydrated lime, which is in powdered form. Now I shall discuss some definition of lime on quick lime. Lime obtained by the calcination of poor limestone is known as the quick lime or caustic lime. Its chemical composition is CaO. Quick lime has great affinity for moisture. The quick lime as it comes out from kilns is known as the lamp lime. Next, fat lime. This type of lime is known as the white lime, red lime, pure lime, or high calcium lime. It is popularly known as the fat lime as it selects vigorously and its volume is increased to about 2 to 2.5 times. It is 95% CaO. The impurities of are less than 5%. The fat lime hardens very slowly, has a high degree of plasticity, white in color, sets slowly in the presence of air. It selects vigorously and is soluble in water. This lime is used for plastering and whitewashing of walls. Preparing lime mortar with sand. With surki, it develops lime mortar which is good setting and has hydraulic properties. Surki is nothing but well ground burnt bricks. Hydraulic lime. This lime is contains clay and some amount of ferrous oxide. Depending upon the percentage of clay, the hydraulic lime is divided into three types: on freely hydraulic lime, 2 moderately hydraulic lime, 3 eminently hydraulic lime. while the hydraulic lime set under water and are also known by name water lime. Hydrated lime. When quicklime is finely crushed, slacked with a minimum amount of water, and screened or ground to form a fine homogeneous powder, the product is called hydrated lime. Lump lime is the quick lime coming out of the kilns. Next, milk lime. Milk lime is a thin, pourable solution of slacked lime in water. Characteristic of lime. Lime possesses good plasticity and is easy to work with. It stiffens easily and is resistant to moisture. The excellent cementitious properties make it most suitable for masonry work. The shrinkage on drying is small because of its high water retentivity. Use of lime. It is used for plastering of walls and ceiling. It is used for whitewashing and also as a base coat for distempers. It is used for making mortar for masonry work. It can be mixed with Portland cement. It is used in the production of glass. Impurities in limestone. Magnesium carbonate. Limestones contain magnesium carbonate in varying proportion. Presence of this constituent allows the lime to slack and set slowly, but imparts high strength. Further, the production of heat and expansion are low. The magnesium limestones are hard, heavy, and compact in texture. Magnesium limestones display irregular properties of calculation, slacking, and hardening. Up to 5% of magnesium oxide imparts excellent hydraulic properties to the lime. Clay. It is mainly responsible for the hydraulic properties of lime. It also makes lime insoluble in water. The percentage of clay to produce hydraulicity in limestones usually varies from 10 to 30. If it is in excess, it arrests slacking, whereas if in small quantities, the slacking is retarded. Thus, limes containing 3 to 5% of clay do not display any hydraulic property and do not set and harden under water. Silica. It's free from sand, has a detrimental effect on the properties of lime. Limes containing high percentage of free silica exhibit poor cementing and hydraulic properties. Limes containing 15 to 20% of free silica are known as poor limes. Manufacture of lime. Fat lime is obtained by burning limestone, and hydraulic lime is obtained by burning concord. Limestone is usually burned in some form of vertical kiln, which may be a tunnel or flare shaft, working on continuous or intermittent kiln system. The kiln may also be classified as mixed feed and separated feed on the basis of the arrangement of fuel and limestone. The mixed feed kiln uses less fuel but does not produce as a high grade product as the separate feed kiln. Modern furnace fired lime kilns yield about 20 to 30 cu of good hydraulic lime per day. This is the figure for continuous kiln and intermittent kiln. Essentially, the process of making lime consists in heating calcite or magnesia limestone containing 6 to 20% of argillaceous impurities to a temperature sufficiently high to drive off the carbon dioxide, as burning seriously injures the setting properties. High magnesia limes should not be subjected to temperatures above 1000 degrees Celsius, and high calcium limes should be burnt at temperatures lower than 1300 degrees Celsius. A part of CaO resulting from the decomposition of calcium carbonate combines in solid state with oxides and FeO3 content in the clay minerals to form silicates, aluminates, and calcium ferrites that are capable of hardening not only in the air but in water as well. High calcium lime expand more in setting and shrink more in drying than magnesium limes. They are also more liable to injury through during in slacking. This is the flow diagram for lime manufacturing. Slacking or burn lime. The quick lime obtained from the kilns after burning limestones, when exposed to atmosphere, starts slacking, which is known as natural slacking. It is a very slow process. Slacking is achieved by adding water to quick lime. Slacking is done by putting quick lime lumps in a tub of water. When quick lime is added to water, violent heat is generated with hissing sound. It is observed that one part of quick lime is converted into about 1.5 times in paste form and about 2 parts in powder form. Slacking can be achieved by spreading quick lime on pusa platform and sprinkling sufficient quantity of water over it. This is a very crude method of slacking which may result in incomplete slacking of the lime. Classification of lime. According to the percentage of calcium oxide and clay impurities in it, lime can be classified as lean, hydraulic, and poor lime. Since magnesium oxide slacks slowly, an increase in its percentage decreases rate of hydration, and so is with clay impurities as well. Lean or poor lime. It consists of CaO plus MgO 80 to 85% with MgO less than 5% and clay impurities of about more than 7% in the form of silica, alumina, and iron oxide. It sets on absorbing CO2 from atmosphere. Characteristic of poor lime. On slacking requires more times and so it hydrates slowly. Its expansion is less than that of fat lime. It makes thin paste with water. Setting and hardening is very low. The color varies from yellow to grey. Uses of poor or lean or poor lime. It gives poor and inferior motor and is recommended for less important structure. Hydraulic lime. It is a product obtained by moderate burning 900 degree Celsius to 1100 degrees Celsius of raw limestone, which contains a small proportion of clay 5 to 3% and iron oxide in chemical combination with the calcium oxide contains 7 to CO plus MgO 70 to 80% with MgO less than 5%. In slacking, considerable care is required to provide just sufficient water and so excess, since an excess would cause the lime to harden. Depending on the percentage of clay present, these are classified further as feebly moderated and eminently hydraulic limes. It sets underwater. Feebly hydraulic lime has less than 5 to 10% of silica and alumina and slacks slowly after few minutes. The setting time is 20 on day. It is used in damp place and for less important structure. Moderately hydraulic lime. It has 10 to 20% of impurities sluggishly after 1 to 2 hours. The setting time is 7 days. It is used in damp places. Eminently hydraulic lime. It has clay impurities 20 to 30% and slacks with difficulty. Its initial setting time is 2 hours and final setting time is 48 hours. It is used in damp place and for all structural purposes. Poor, rich or fat oil lime. It is soft lime obtained by the calcination of nearly pure limestone, marble, white chalk, oolitic limestone, and calcareous tufa, also known as whitewashing lime, should not have impurities of clay and stones more than 5%. Fat lime is nearly pure calcium oxide, and when it is hydrated with the required amount of water, the solid lumps fall to a soft fine powder of CaOH2, and the high heat of hydration produces a cloud of steam. It sets on absorbing CO2 from atmosphere. Characteristics of poor, rich or fat lime. Slacking is viscous and the volume becomes 2 to 3 times. It sets slowly in contact with air and hence is not suitable for thick walls or in wet climate. Classification of lime. According to Bureau of Indian Standard 712, the limes are classified under 6 categories, namely class A to B, C, D, E and F. Brief description and uses of each type of lime is being given here. Class A lime. It is eminently hydraulic lime which is supplied in hydrated form only. Its minimum compressive strength with lime sand mortar of proportion 1:3 by weight at the end of 14 days and 28 days should respectively be 1.75 Newton per millimeter square and 2.80 Newton per millimeter square. 2. Class B lime. It is semi-hydraulic lime which can be supplied either as quick lime or as hydrated lime. This lime is used for masonry works and its minimum compressive strength with lime sand mortar of 1:3 ratio by weight at the end of 14 days and 28 days should respectively be 1.25 Newton per millimeter square and 1.75 Newton per millimeter square. 3. Class C lime. Class C lime. It is fat lime which is mainly used for finishing coat in plastering and whitewashing. With suitable pozzolanic material such as surki, it can be used to produce artificial hydraulic motors. It can be supplied both in hydrated form or quick lime form. Class 4. Class D lime. It is dolomitic lime which is mostly used for finishing coat in Class C lime. It is fat lime which is mainly used for finishing coat in plastering and whitewashing with suitable pozzolanic material such as surki. It can be used to produce artificial hydraulic motors. It can be supplied both in hydrated form or quick lime form. Class D lime. It is dolomitic lime which is mostly used for finishing coat in plastering, whitewashing. It can also be supplied both in hydrated form or quick lime form. Class E lime. It is kakor lime which is mostly used for the masonry mortars. It can be supplied only in hydrated form. Class 5. Class F lime. It is siliceous dolomitic lime which can be supplied both in hydrated form and quick lime form. It is mostly used for undercoat and finishing coat of plaster. Testing of lime. Visual inspection. A sample of lime is examined for its color and lumps. On white color indicate for fat or poor lime. 2. Lumps of lime indicate quick lime or unburnt lime. Field test. The field tests usually performed on lime at site are as below. Test for physical properties. Hydraulic limes are brush grey, brown or dark color. Hydraulic limestones have a clay taste and give out earthy smell. White color of lime is an indication of poor variety of limestone. Shining particles on the surface of limestones indicate the presence of free salt. Workability test. A handful of mortar is thrown on the surface on which it is to be used. The area covered by the mortar and its quantity is recorded. This data indicate the workability of the lime mortar. It is a very crude field test performed with the actual mortar. Heat test. Limestone is heated for 4 hours on open fire. CO2 escapes and it loves weight. From this, the carbonate percentage in the limestone can be worked out. Lumpy form indicates quicklime or unburnt limestone. A porous structure may indicate quicklime. Hydraulic acid test. The test is carried to know the classification and the carbonate content of lime. When a teaspoonful of the lime is put in test tube containing 10 mm to 10 mm of 50% hydraulic acid, effervescence takes place. Too much of effervescence indicates high percentage of calcium carbonate in limestones. The residue at bottom of the tube indicates percentage of inert materials present in the limestone. Abundance of liberation of CO2 indicates unburnt lime. In case of class A lime, a good gel is formed above the layer of inert material. A thick gel indicates class B lime and absence of gel means class C lime. For eminently hydraulic lime, the gel formed is thick and does not flow. Absence of gel indicates non-hydraulic or fat lime. If gel flows, it indicates feebly hydraulic lime. Ball test. Balls of stiff lime paste are made and left for 6 hours. They are placed in a basin of water. If expansion and disintegration of balls is observed, the lime is of type C. Little expansion and numerous cracks indicate it to be class B lime. Setting time test. The initial and final setting times of hydrated lime are determined using Victor's apparatus in the same way as that for Portland cement. Here in this test, lime putty is used instead of cement mortar. Soundness test. The test is done to find the quality, that is the unsoundness or disintegration property of lime using the Lee-Catterlier apparatus. To test hydrated lime, cement, hydrated lime and standard sand 1:3:2 are mixed dry. The mix is then gauged and mixed 12% by mass of water calculated on the dry mixture. 3 moles graced internally are placed on a small non-porous plate and filled with the mortar under test. The molds are then covered with non-porous plates and small weights are placed over them. All the 3 molds are left undisturbed for 1 hour. The distance between the indicator pointers is measured. The apparatus is then kept in damp air for 48 hours and is thereafter subjected to steam at atmospheric pressure for 3 hours. The sample is cooled to room temperature and the distance between the pointers is measured again. The difference in the two measurements should not be more than 10 mm after deduction of 1 mm. To allow for expansion of added cement from the measured expansion, the figure so obtained is recorded as the next expansion due to lime. Compressive strain test. 12 cubes with size 50 mm are prepared from standard limestone mortar. These are kept undisturbed for 72 hours in an atmosphere of at least 90% relative humidity and at a temperature 27 plus minus 2 degrees Celsius. Then the specimens are taken out of the mold and kept in the air for 4 days. 6 of the 12 cubes are cured in water for 7 days and tested in a compression testing machine. This gives the string at 14 days. The remaining 6 cubes are cured for 21 days and tested, thus determining the string at 28 days. The load is steadily and uniformly applied, starting from 0, increasing at the rate of 150 Newton per minute. The crushing load divided by the area of the cube denotes the compressive strain of mortar. The average strain of 6 specimens gives the compressive strain of mortar. Storage. Lime reacts to the moisture present in the atmosphere and that from the ground. Therefore, it should be stored with atmosphere flowing are some of precaution which should be exercised properly. It should be stored in properly insulated closed store room in compact heaps to avoid air slacking. 2. When delivered in the form of hydrated lime, the material must be kept dry, should be stored under over and off the ground. When delivered as quick lime for site slacking, the material should be used as soon as possible after delivery, positively within a week. Precautions in handling. Precautions should be taken in handling of lime. 1. The quick lime should not be allowed to come in contact with water before slacking. 2. While slacking, the quick lime gives immense heat and hence suitable measures should be taken to avoid chances of any fire hazards. 3. The workers handling lime should be asked to use goggles, respirators and rubber gloves and also use oil to avoid skin burns after washing hands with sample of water. Thank you for watching this video.